The time has come for us to leave Kyoto. It's been great, but we're moving on to other things. We're actually on our way to Osaka for a few days, and we're heading through Nara on the way there. We're going to spend part of the day there, so we can check out the deer park there and maybe the giant Buddha statue. But we will see what happens. Get you guys ready. I'm not sure what it is we've got going on here, but I think it's a combination between the Buddha and deer antlers, apparently. This place really is famous for its deer. Okay, so these are really cool. These are pay lockers that are at the train stations, and since we're not staying in Nara, we have all our stuff. So we just went down to Liz's little day pack here, and I've just got the camera and a bottle of water. But this is really funny right here. Check this out. There is no shop which can exchange money in this neighborhood. A locker to a visitor of the use. So far, Nara seems to be a lot more urbanized than I thought it was going to be. People talk about it being more of a rural atmosphere, but then again, Kyoto was too, and it also had urbanness. But look at this, they've got pachinko right here fresh out of the train station. And as you can see down that street, oh yeah, a pink cement mixer, by the way. Yeah, so far Nara seems very modern. And there's the mascot version of the little guy we saw earlier, the statue. Okay, so we made it to Nara Park and we got this warning here. The deer of Nara Park are wild animals. They can occasionally attack people, so be careful. So, old ladies, give up your purses. Little kids, duck down. And don't get butted.
Or knocked down.
Yeah. See how easy it is to come across one of these here? They're actually all over the place. Look over there. That one's going behind that lady. Looks like he's getting ready to jump up. Hey. You just chilling?
Konnichiwa.
I'm petting a wild deer in Japan. These deer are semi-domesticated because the city's just kind of grown up around it over the last 1,000 or so years.
Lots of deer.
Yep. Look, here's one coming toward us.
They're like, where's my food?
Yep.
Oh. Oh my gosh.
I've got this bag of Fritz. It's a really good snack here in Japan, but I just got crushed in my pocket on the train.
Oh, hi there. Oh my gosh. Okay. I like them.
Be careful.
Okay.
This is some only in Japan stuff right here. A girl sitting on the sidewalk with a deer and the happy little animal bus behind her. Only in Japan. And we found some more over here behind the bathrooms. Lots of them actually. Even more back here. And people could just,
like a dog.
yeah, just lay down and pet a deer.
They're like big puppies. You're cute.
I love this country. Hear the one down there?
Oh, they're so pretty.
Looks like a few different breeds of deer here.
Yeah.
I've seen like 3 different breeds.
The deer know the traffic laws here.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
the deer's seriously waiting for the traffic light to turn.
That's
It's a whole nother part of the park up here.
Oh, is he going?
He's crossing.
He's going. You got the green light, man. Go, go, go.
Wow.
So funny.
The deer actually just crossed with the green light. Hey there, dummy. There's a whole bunch of deer over here, that's for sure.
It tickles.
So somehow this deer got out here on this island. I don't know if he hopped across or swam or what, but he's the only one out there.
Ooh, it's so squishy.
Now obviously we didn't film every interaction we've had with the deer, but you could spend all day here. This place is really big and there's a lot of deer. We probably didn't even come in contact with half of the ones we saw, and we're still seeing them. So this guy's down here playing some music in front of the fountain here. That's pretty cool. We just got some Pepsi Ghost and some kind of little blueberry cookie. Guys, this was only 299 yen. That's like $2.35. And we got a drink and some cookies.
Oh, I like it.
What is it?
I don't know. I mean, it tastes like Pepsi, but good, but really good.
Yeah, I think it's just a really high in flavor version of Pepsi.
Yeah.
We finally get to go down one of these tunnel strip mall things that are famous here in Japan. We've actually not seen any so far. We've seen a couple, I think, from the road, but we haven't went down any. So basically what these are is they're like alleys, but they're tunnels. I mean, we're still outside. There just happens to be a roof. You just walk in off the street and go down, and there's a ton of shops and restaurants and, you know, all kinds of stuff. Actually, we saw those girls at the deer park. Yeah, so basically these strip mall things are awesome. This place is called a Cup of Happiness. A lot of happiness. If you look here in front of me, you can see this couple. They both have stuffed animals on their backpacks. That's something we've noticed everywhere in Japan. You see it a little bit in the US, where maybe a girl might put one thing on her backpack. But here in Japan, it seems like both men and women will get like a little stuffed character and hang off their backpack. It's extremely popular among the school kids, but you see here's two full-grown adults with it. It's pretty interesting. Even a quote-unquote rural town like Nara has its arcades. Okay, so that's going to be it for Nara today. We didn't go to the Golden Buddha Temple. We didn't exactly find it, but we saw signs indicating that it may be being renovated. So I'll just have to save that for another time, because I guarantee I'll be coming back to Nara because it's a nice city. I really like it. I actually liked it better than I thought I would. So now we're on our way to Osaka. See you guys there. I love it how in Japan we can just walk up to a train station, and within 2 minutes of arriving we find the rapid transit to Osaka. And we even got really comfortable seats. Just checking in. It's been a few hours since my last video. We're actually at KFC here just outside of Osaka, and we got kind of lost because our Airbnb host changed our apartment on us mid-transit, and I couldn't see it until I connected to Wi-Fi. So that's why we decided to chill here at KFC, because it's right outside the train station, and I think we're doing it right by traveling this way. But I want to show you guys something cool. It mentions Louisville, Kentucky in this, which is funny because my mom lives there and we live very close to Louisville, Kentucky. So it's kind of neat to be all the way here in Osaka, Japan and see this. Okay, so big change of plans, guys. Instead of staying in Osaka for 2 nights, we ended up here just north of Osaka. I didn't realize how far this Airbnb would be from Osaka, which is fine. It's totally cool being here. It's a nice, cheap place, and it gives us a good rest day. So that's pretty much all we're doing is just taking today as a rest day. And we spent all day traveling from Nara through Osaka to here yesterday, and we got lost, as you saw in the video from last night. Well, I'm going to use this as an opportunity to tell some stories about something amazing that's here in Japan, and that is Japanese hospitality. Last night, on 4 separate occasions, actually 5 separate occasions, I think, 5, we actually had Japanese people stop to help us. And some of these people spoke no English at all. There were 2 of them that spoke a tiny bit, but the rest of them didn't speak any at all. And they just saw that, you know, we were lost, and I mean, we're foreigners who don't speak the language. We weren't even asking for help, and they just came up and just started helping us. The first one was whenever we were on a train that we knew we had to make a connection at, and we weren't sure where the connection was. Liz and I got up and was looking at the sign on the train to see where we may have messed up. And this lady just gets up out of her seat, walks over to us, knew very little English, and was just trying to help us figure it out. Well, whenever we stopped at the next stop, she actually got off the train with us and walked out of the train, leaving her stuff on there to point to where we needed to go to get on a train to go back 2 stations to catch the train we were supposed to transfer to. So she ran the risk of the doors closing and moving on with her stuff just to help us out. Once we got where we were going, got on a train, there were some people who were able to confirm that we were definitely on the right train. We were pretty sure at that point, but it was nice that they were concerned. Whenever we, in that case, we did ask them. Well, once we arrived where we were going, we were walking around, and I was reading the directions of my Airbnb host of. Now remember, I don't have a phone here. Now this is a bad example of that kind of style of traveling, because this is one where having a phone or internet all the time would help you, but 99.5% of the time we've not needed that. Wi-Fi is readily available wherever you need it. You just click on and do that. Well, we were in an area that didn't have Wi-Fi and no way of contacting, so we were walking down a dark street, and it was about 8:30 at night, and we weren't sure where to go. And I just saw a guy, you know, just walking on his way, suit and tie and everything. I just said, "Sumimasen," and he pulled out his phone, and I just showed him the address of this place, and that was all we needed. Just some very, very basic Japanese there, and he was able to show that we had actually gone 1 block too far. So anyway, these ladies were coming down the stairs to the building that we thought might have been it, and they didn't speak any English. Well, they were able to at least show us that this wasn't the right building, and we gathered from what we could understand that they actually didn't really know the area either. So they walk over to another lady, 8:30 at night, walking by herself with a bag of groceries, or whatever it was she had. Stop her, ask her if she can help us. She comes over, turns out she speaks a little bit of English. So what does she do? Walks with us down to the convenience store that we passed 2 blocks earlier, goes in, asks the store clerk, who looked like he was maybe 17 years old. So she translated our English directions in Japanese to him. He goes in the back of the store, comes back with a map of the city, teaches her where we're going in Japanese. Then she explains it to us in English. Then she walks with us down the street and takes us to the front door of the place we're staying at. All that just because a couple people saw some lost foreigners on the street. Which brings me to one final point. I want to show you guys something. This right here. It's a clear umbrella. They're real popular here in Japan. You can get them for like 600 or 700 yen, so like $5. You know. But the reason why this one is special is because our first day in Tokyo, second day in Japan, first full day in Japan, it's raining like you wouldn't believe. Me and Liz have all our rain gear on. We've got our rain covers on our backpacks, and we had 6 hours to wait until our host came home from work to meet up with him, because that's just how it played out.
we had to leave the last place we were at, and we had 6 hours to wait until we got to the next place we were going to. So we're walking around in the rain, and we're about to cross this bridge, and this old man is just, he's not real old, maybe he's in his late 50s, you know. So he's, you know, middle-aged by Japanese standards for sure. So he's walking, and he's got this umbrella, and he's, you know, protecting himself from the rain, you know, and he just walks up to me and Liz and offers it. And I tried turning him down, but he wasn't hearing any of that. So he insisted that I took the umbrella. He pointed to himself and then pointed at an apartment building, you know, kind of to show me that that's where he lived. He didn't have to go very far. So I was very gracious and accepted it, and that umbrella came in really handy for the next 2 hours while it was pouring down rain, and I've even used it again since. When I went to go mail our packages in Shibuya, it came pouring down rain, so I took that along with me, and that protected my packages until we got to the post office. And I've just carried it with me ever since. Now, I won't be able to take it on the plane with me, so I'm going to try to pass it along to someone else, especially if it's raining before I leave Japan, to kind of carry forth that. But the point I'm trying to make is that seems like a really simple thing, but I've lived in the United States for 27 years, and no one has ever given me an umbrella in the rain. And my first day in Japan, and someone gave me one. That kind of stuff has changed me forever. Both me and Liz have a few things that our experiences here in Japan have changed us forever. Me personally, I feel like I may have been more greedy in my life than I originally realized, just because I see just how far people go to help someone else. So anyway, that's just a couple simple stories I wanted to treat you guys to, since I don't really have a video of Osaka. So tomorrow we're moving on to Shizuoka. Thanks for watching.